everyone. So today we are going to make healthy momos. This one tastes absolutely amazing, just like the normal momos, minus the maida. So these are all the vegetables that we need. This is the boiled soya chunks or Nutrilla, which I have finely chopped. Then there's capsicum, cabbage, and carrot as well. There's also French beans, and then this you can see is onion and garlic that I've added in very slight amount of almost one or two drops of oil, I would say, in a pan. It's important to stir fry your vegetables or slightly cook them. Otherwise, steaming will not taste as good. So it is recommended that you very slightly cook your vegetables before you fill them in momos. Now, talking about the French beans, if you don't like the idea of beans in your momos, then you can totally skip it. But believe me, you have to try this once, and it will taste, all these vegetables in fact together taste better than the usual only cabbage filled, patta gobi filled momos that we have in Delhi. Oh, Delhi. Did I say Delhi? Any Delhi people watching this video? प्लीज़ ट्राई दिस एंड लेट मी नो कि ये दिल्ली के मोमोज को टक्कर दे सकते हैं कि नहीं. ओके. Yeah, so one thing I was also saying is that it is important to cook your vegetables before adding in momos, but don't overcook it. Sabzi nahi banani hai. We don't have to make a curry or whatever. We don't have to cook it. Absolutely, just very slight amount of stir frying. Second thing I would say is, you can add your vegetables one by one or just together. I simply thought that beans take slightly longer than usual, so I added it first to the pan. Also, the idea that a lot of people don't prefer to eat beans uncooked as opposed to carrot or cabbage or capsicum that you can have raw also. So yeah, you can see here it's very much in quantity because I haven't allowed it to reduce in size or cook. At this point we'll also add salt. I have added salt absolutely in the end, just when I'm about to I'll just give it a quick mix and turn off the flame. So yeah, just add right amount of salt and just mix it, and tada, your filling of the momo is ready. It was tasting really good, and all these healthy vegetables now going in your momo. अभी अगर आपको लग रहा है ना कि ये बहुत ज़्यादा सब्जियां हैं, ये कैसा लगेगा, I'm saying now you have to try this, or you will not feel the difference between the usual momos and this one. In fact, if you've ever been to a slightly luxurious restaurant or or had original Chinese momos, you would know that they fill a lot of things like mushrooms, spinach, etc., etc. Just spread the mixture so it cools down quickly. Now, we're going to make the chutney or the sauce. There's some salt, garlic, mint leaves, ginger, green chilies, and tomato. Adding salt before you make the paste just helps in quick and fine grinding of the paste. So there you go. The chutney was very spicy and goes pretty well with your momo. This is not the usual tomato and green chili chutney because we are making a healthy version of the momo. Now, we have to put the steamer on heat. If you have a steamer, well and good, you can use that. But if you don't have one, just like we did not have, what you can do is you can use any deep dish like a bhagona or something, and then put water and put it on heat, and then any fine mesh या कोई भी जिसे छन्नी कहते हैं, you can keep that plate and it should be good to go. Now comes the real work. You have to do the filling. अभी छोटे छोटे just make the आटे के balls. Oh, and did I tell you that ये एकदम the dough that you have to make has to be absolutely the one that you make for your regular everyday rotis, the Indian bread. ओके, बिल्कुल वही आटा आपको सानना है, और आप उसके छोटे छोटे जैसे रोटी के लिए जितने साइज़ के बॉल्स बनाते हो, फॉर द मोमोज यू हैव टू मेक अ स्लाइटली स्मॉलर बॉल, which means you have to take lesser amount of dough and just flatten it into a circular flat. Now we start filling it. We like slightly more filling in our momos, so we have added 2 tablespoons of it. If that is something that you face difficulty in rolling or shaping the momos, then feel free to add only 1 spoon, but we were okay with, even if it was slightly tearing apart, we were okay with it. So I'm trying to show you how we make, or rather how we shape the momos. So very simple, just adding the filling in the center and then like a gujia. The perfect reference I can think of right now is a gujia. But yeah, just connecting the two halves and making it into a filled semicircle. After you have this shape in your hand, just now joining the two ends. Once you have the filled semicircle, just joining the two tips or the ends. There you go, a beautiful momo is ready. This one is the simplest we have found, but I'll also try to demonstrate you one other way of how we shape our momos. Now, in this one, what you have to do is just simply put the filling in the center, and then you have to catch hold of one end of the momo like so, and then start pleating it from the other end. Okay, like this. You can pause and re-see the video if you face problem at any point, but it's easy. Once you get the hold of it, you can understand. This one I've made very quickly, but if you take finer plates, like smaller plates, it will shape and look much better. But yeah, this one works perfectly fine for us. So now, as you can see, some of my momos are slightly split or tear apart, and you may fear that the filling will come out and all of that, but it was not so. Once you put it on steaming, what happens is that the outer coating, the outer layer of the dough hardens a little bit, and then your filling does not come out. Which is also something that happens with the street side momos. Some of them are the filling slightly comes out, but that's completely okay. It happens. Some people prefer to have more filling, and when you have more filling and when you make the thinnest layers of the dough, this is bound to happen, it sometimes tears apart, just like it happens with paratha or something. So this is very normal. You should not be worried at that point, and just keep making the shapes. Now after all of them have been made, we will add it to the steamer with the meshed chutney plate and cover it. Just wait for 15 minutes, as you can see here, and good to go. It is ready. The first batch was ready, so we have, after taking out the first batch, we have put it in the hot case, just like we put the rotis, so that it remains moist and does not harden, and it also remains warm and hot. After the second batch, we started having it. As you can see, I am showing you here. So see, these are the ones that are slightly, the filling is coming out. This one is perfectly fine. So some of them will be fine, some of them the fillings might come out, but there was no difference in the taste whatsoever. Different shapes even do not make any difference in the taste. Tasted so soft and so good, guys. You have to try this whole wheat atta momos. And if you enjoy watching this, please like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in another one. Bye.